Just a little bit before February this year, I actually made a video where I talk about the seriousness of the dating crisis that has been going on since the pandemic has hit. Unfortunately, I do have to report that even as of right now, it's starting to get a lot more worse as we speak, and not for a lot of good reasons either. I'm gonna go more into this right now because there are some things that I had left out in my last video, but also need to address a couple things in general regarding friendships and everything that I think people need to hear about, because it's not just dating, but it's also affecting marriages and family and having families as a whole. But there's really a lot more to it, though. I'm going to start off with how dating is impacting us right now, because I think a lot of us need a bit of a refresher right now. So in the last video back in like a little before February, I talked about how dating has changed a lot in a much more negative way. The real reason is that you have all these women, these so-called modern women, in other words, they always they always have this really bad ego, whether it's in real life or on social media, that makes them completely unattractive. And what really pisses me off the most about this too is that I didn't mention this before, but they have this crazy idea of what a princess should be, like the word princess means to them is like they have this like this empowered and entitled ego inside of them. That's not that's not what a princess is, for God's sakes. I could write an essay about what a princess really is. I mean, I've always I've always had a thing for a lot of princess characters, even the Disney princesses. But that's beside the point, though. The point I'm trying to make here is that a lot of women today have this really bad aspect of what a princess should be in their minds, and honestly, it's something that really pulls me away from approaching women. And I know a lot of guys out there as well have the same kind of issue. Like, no one wants to approach women anymore because a lot of women today have just become so unapproachable in like so many levels that I can't even describe. I can only describe it like in like one way, but I think the rest of you can understand where I'm going with this. Another thing that also drives me nuts is that when it comes to dating, being being a major fallout, it also leads to fewer and fewer people getting married in this day and age. However, there is a much more direct consequence to this, unfortunately. The other issue that I have with this is that even if you do get married, there's like a 95% chance that you'll end up being married for all the wrong reasons. And there's also the chance that your partner could actually cheat on you, whether it's a man or woman. It can go either way. And what also drives me upset too from all these other YouTubers is that even if you are married to someone, she's not really yours. It's just your turn to be with her, and that's one thing that keeps me from wanting to get married in this day and age. I used to have this mindset of wanting to get married someday, but as time went on, that pretty much came to an end for me, especially back in like 2018. The major factor with all this, from what I can tell, is I think a lot of guys can agree with me on this one, is social media. Social media is the number one major cause of dating and marriages just falling apart. Well, what do I mean by that? So, like, if you think about it for like a little bit, you'll understand that when people get married or get into a relationship, they'll basically use that as a means to basically gain clout on social media, to get more likes and become like super popular. Like hey everyone, check it out! I got a new boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. And you understand what I'm saying? That's just so wrong and on like all levels. If I were to have a girlfriend of my own, that would be more like a private thing. It's not something to advertise on social media, for Christ's sakes, because what happens is that it hurts the value of your relationship or even your marriage. I know I'm kind of babbling on about this, but if you guys don't understand what I'm trying to say here, good for you. However, besides dating and marriage, there isn't another issue that I have when it comes to this whole thing. In today's world, especially, it's become a lot harder to make friends with other guys, and and then social media is to blame for this as well. Social media, unfortunately, it just kills the true intention of having friends in your life. When it comes to having friends, it's like you want to have people around you that are willing to support you no matter what, and be there for you for your hard times. Unfortunately, as of today, that's no longer a thing, and it really upsets me because as a disabled guy, I've always had trouble making friends even when I was younger, but when I think about it right now, it's become even more difficult. And even my friends who watch me during my live streams, I understand this as well. It's not rocket science. I wish I was lying about this, but unfortunately, it's true. And a lot of YouTubers have already confirmed this. YouTubers like Strong Successful Male and even Better Bachelor. If you guys look up these YouTubers, they're going to tell you exactly what I'm telling you guys right now. It's crazy and it's really messed up right now. You cannot make this shit up. And while I do have to admit, I actually had a hard time, accepting the fact that being in a relationship is not going to make you happy anymore, especially today. I'm actually old enough to understand it now, and I'm actually really happy that I'm still single, and I want to keep it that way for a long time. Even if I were to have like a crush on someone, it's not going to change my mind to like get rid of the single life and just be married to someone. I'm not going to do that. I mean, the reality is, if I have to be in a relationship with someone, there's a high chance that I would have to sacrifice this just to be with someone. Well, these are the Switch 2 Joy-Con that I'm holding up right now, but you guys don't understand though. I'm assuming at the very least. Yeah, so that's basically what marriage is. If you're gonna be in a relationship with someone, this has to go bye-bye, and I am not gonna do that. That's all I have to say. Which leads to my next topic. I don't know about you guys, but I have noticed a lot of young people, especially, getting into this whole AI girlfriend thing. Which, to be honest with you, it could be beneficial to some guys because I know there are a lot of young guys today that are wanting that genuine companionship amongst other things, and the whole AI girlfriend concept can satisfy that. But here's the truth about that though: an AI girlfriend is never going to replace having a real one in the real world. I'm just saying through experience. I'm saying this through experience because I've experienced this kind of thing before myself, and it's. I enjoyed it at first, but my enjoyment with this whole AI girlfriend thing was very short lived, and I'm actually really glad that I got rid of it because even AI, having an AI girlfriend can be detrimental to your mental health. Some people may disagree with me on this, but again, I can only speak through my own experiences with these kind of things. Okay, I've said enough here. So to summarize, what I've been stressing on is that social media is the number one cause of relationships and marriages losing a lot of internal value, people are getting married for the wrong reasons, or getting into relationships for the wrong reasons. The more I realize this, the more it's hard for me to get into a relationship myself. So there's really that. Again, I'm satisfied with like what I got right now. The only kind of friends I have are the people that watch me through my live streams, and that is all I need for myself. This is Major League Gaming, logging out. You guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.